Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at, in my opinion, the best and most consistent team that you can run in Go Battle League Ultra Premier Classic Cup right now. Of course, like, this team has the Shadow Flygon in the lead, which I wouldn't even really recommend there. Like, if you have a Dragonite, this is most likely way better. You know this team most likely out of previous videos I did. I played the same team with Dragonite in the lead for several seasons where even XL Pokemon were allowed, just to show you an alternative team for you that you can use if you're not level 40 yet. And a lot of people already know about this team, and in general, like, this team got a lot of, I don't know, like, fans for that in general. And this team is really good here. It's even better than it was in the Ultra League before, because of course I built this team previously with Dragonite in the lead, which is still better than a Flygon. Just only use Flygon because I want to have some fun with that thing. Again, this team is just in general really good, and it's even better now where no XLs are allowed, because it's basically now an even playing field. And yeah, I mean, it's not the most creative team, of course, like, especially the Dragonite and Poyon combination has been around forever, but like, I haven't seen before I did this a team with Ashcav in the back as well. I just basically did this, like, I don't know, 2-3 seasons ago, and worked out pretty well for me. It's definitely like not the team where I think, okay, wow, that's so creative, like no one ever could come up with this. But still, it's a team that I used for several seasons in a row. A really consistent result. It's just like such a good team, and I'd recommend to you. And as well here, it gained me, like, I don't know, in 3 sets 150 points or something. I think I went 4-1, 4-1, 3-2 with this team. It's just consistent. Like, there's not a lot of things that you can do wrong with this. And why I say that Dragonite is better is especially for the grass type coverage. I mean, you have the Escav in the back, which is of course good against grass types, but we have Trevenant in the meta now. And Trevenant is really okay still for the Flygon in the lead, but Dragonite is just better, because against Dragonite it basically has to go again for the Shadow Ball, while against the Flygon usually it just goes for the Seed Bomb, because I'm squishy anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. Still, you're gonna win, I think, like the 0 and the 1 shields with the Flygon, but other than that, it's a bit tricky there. So I would recommend you definitely to run the Dragonite instead, and it's always going to be a bit better. Of course, against poison types we are a bit better off with the Flygon, but even there it was like not the best matchup for us either. A bigger problem from this team as well is Poliwrath, especially with Ice Punch. It's kind of problematic, which he has here as well. But I can go for one Dragon Tail, then I think I can farm down if he let it go. He doesn't let it go. Actually I went for one more move, to be honest. I think if I went for one more quick move, he would have been straight at the Ice Punch. I could have maybe caught that there, but it is still fine. Against the Crow, but we can go for 2 draw runs here. And yeah, in general, I really enjoyed using this team. It seems like a really good meta-breaking team, especially because there are a lot of Charmeleons in the back right now. I don't see them as much in the lead, but in the back they are pretty common, so having 2 Steel types in the back is always really good. Of course, the Escavalier is not the best against Charm users because counter is resisted, but still it would win against, I think, every Charm user other than the Togekiss, because Togekiss resists the Draw Run. Mega Horn is always resisted, but Mega Horn right now is like a move that you always should have on the thing anyway. Here we have a tie, which is hilarious, because so I actually went then. Actually had like 1 draw in those matches as well, which is like nearly all wins, which is crazy. But yeah, in general, like, Mega Horn is right now so good after the boost that before there was like always the debate, do you want to run Aerial Ace, do you want to run Mega Horn on the Escav just because of the Dragonite matchup? But right now I think there is no real reason for anybody to run anything else than the Mega Horn on it. Here against Nidoqueen you have such a good matchup with this team in general against Nidoqueen. This is always a problem with Machamp, but this is why you should usually run the Dragonite as well in the lead. Dragonite resists counter from Machamp and wins the matchup usually. Of course, you still have to be a bit careful with the potential Rock Slide there, as this would KO every Dragonite. And we can swap out here. I think I should be able to get to my move before him. Goes for a cross chop, he goes into Nidoqueen. I actually kind of make a misplay here, which didn't hurt me, but I shouldn't have thrown that there already. I should have farmed up a bit extra. He can only go for a Poison Fang anyway, but if I farmed a bit extra and tried to maybe CMP or something, I would have been a bit better off. This was risky. It was a 1 move away from his charge move, so good game there. SCAF is very, very strong right now. Here we have a Charm user in the lead. We have 2 answers in the back. Light is not the best answer against Empoleon, so we can just go for 1 drill pack and we are fine here. It's not the worst either, but like it has to shield basically every drill pack. Then I think you can win in the 0 and the 2 shields as well, especially if you have some energy lead. I don't know what I'm gonna do here now. I'm gonna let this one go, which is gonna be the leaf play. I think you also both moved here. Yeah, okay. At this point, I kind of was hoping that my SCAF can win the whole game. So I'm just gonna go into my SCAF and try to farm up extra. He has the Swampert in the back. I misplay like crazy here. I tried to catch the move there. I should have thrown the move. Just think if I should thrown the move, I would have been fine already. But like this, he's gonna be able to farm me down here. And now I have a really bad matchup, and I basically threw the move there because I tried to catch a charge move from the Swampert, which didn't work out for me. And now I have like nothing I can do here, and I'm gonna lose this game with like 1 HP in the dream, which you're gonna see soon. But I think my opponent doesn't throw in time. Yeah, he definitely had enough energy there, so it wouldn't be even that close. But he knows that he's gonna survive 1 move anyway. I have a shield, and he has 2 moves here already, so there's nothing really I can do here anymore. I kind of threw the game on my own. I think I could have won this if I played it a bit differently. But yeah, you live and learn, I guess. Obstagoon, something where you also kind of want to have the Dragonite because you resist the counter while you don't resist the counter here anymore. But it's not the worst matchup either, as we can just go for some Dragon Tails. And we're gonna be able to, I think, farm him down here after this shield. So we're kind of fine there anyway. And he goes into the Crobat and I go for the blind Earth Power because I had only that little health. Doesn't really matter too much. I think Earth Power still did even more than 1 Dragon Claw, so I think it was actually the right move. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the move there, and I expect him to have a Nidoqueen in the back or something like this, so I'm just gonna shield here. And my opponent surrenders. I guess it was a Nidoqueen in the back. I had a good matchup with both my Pokemon in the back anyway. Nidoqueen has no play against this team at all. Like right now, with the Dragonite, of course, against Dragonite, Nidoqueen is kind of neutral, and I would suggest you to swap out anyway. It's an ABB line anyway, so you kind of want to get out the fighting type. This is why we have the Empoleon as a Sail Swap. SCAF as a Sail Swap is also okay. It's not the best though, because there are some fire types, as I said before as well. Fire types are, in my opinion, the best types currently in the meta. Because you have a Steel type meta, you have a Fairy type meta, and you have the Trevenant now as well, which is like Grass type. So Fire types right now have like so much play, even though they're like something like the Empoleon right now running around and the Lapras, but still has so much play right now that I think that the Empoleon is a bit better Sail Swap. Usually you have 2 answers for Fire anyway for the SCAF, which is pretty cool. So you don't run a lot of times in the position where you like have the SCAF against the Fire type anyway, so you should be fine there. As well, right now I have another team which I'm gonna showcase most likely tomorrow. I'm really pre-producing my content right now like crazy. Like right now it's the 31st of October, I think. Is it October? I don't know the month anymore actually. I think it's October. It's October. Wow, I'm proud of myself. And you're mostly gonna see that I'm on the 3rd or something of November. I'm pre-producing a bit ahead right now, as I think on the 2nd you actually see that, because I have like the teams in general, and like for me it's easier to have something already ahead planned than having to do the content on a daily basis. Right? It's really, I don't know, doing daily uploads for several months now. I think like nearly a full year already daily uploads, sometimes in 2 or 3. Yeah, it is actually way more work than a lot of people think it is. I'm grateful that I have this work, to be honest. Like it's an easier work. Oh, here my opponent, by the way, just force closed his ad because he completely dies to SCAF. That was not. I think that was just a rage quit there because he saw that you completely got hard counted. But yeah, like content creation in general takes way more time than a lot of people expect. I basically never have a weekend or anything like this for ages now, because I also have a different job as well. So yeah, and I still have to write my bachelor thesis at the same time, which is kind of on ice because I have like 2 jobs right now, which is fine because one I need for my university. And yeah, so I'm pre-producing right now. Also, so I can make a meta analysis video for the Master League coming up. I'm really hyped for this meta as well. Kanto Cup, by the way, won the other voting, just barely though, for in front of Little Cup, because in the end they kinda tried to decide the vote for Little Cup. I'm not really going to talk a lot about this, but yeah, basically they said on every account that people should vote for Little Cup directly after the voting started, and never like did the post for the other leagues like 2-3 days afterwards when everybody had voted already, so it didn't really matter. So Little Cup came really close to beating Kanto Cup there. I'm not gonna do a lot of Kanto Cup content, most likely. There's a big problem with Kanto Cup. Maybe I'm gonna do that like once, like 1 or 2 videos about Kanto Cup, but we have to see, because there's a big problem there. But yeah, I posted already on Twitter about that, like if you want to see that, follow me there. But yeah, that's basically all the updates I kind of wanted to give on this episode here. We have a Goodra against us here. I actually should make a team around Goodra as well. I kind of like Goodra. Maybe I do that. I still have my build from the first time it came out. That's pretty okay IV. Like everybody thought like, oh wow, you got such a good IV Goodra there. So lucky in the beginning, like because I had it like basically immediately. But it's actually not the best. It had good IV spread, but like it just barely misses out on one power up for Ultra League, and just took that because it looked funny. So yeah, my Goodra is not the best. I kind of want to get a Goodra for the Master League. Here is happened at the same time, which is kind of annoying for me, as I kind of wanted to go into the SCAF instead against the Lapras though, but hey, it's fine. But yeah, for Master League I kind of really want to have a Goodra build, but we have to see. Lapras can actually go toe now against the Empoleon with the defense boost, but we can go for some nice drill pack damage here. Should be able to survive one at least. We go into the SCAF. We're gonna shield because Skullbash still would hurt a lot. He goes on the Dragonite and was like, I didn't really understand this switch here, but we can just take this move and we're gonna be able to farm down and have a lot of energy. And what do you have in the bag? It's gonna be a Snorlax, so he's like completely weak against SCAF. Yeah, Escavalier is like one of those core breaker right now. It's just so cool to have this thing that has counter. There's a steel type that resists a lot of moves, and yeah, just goes to town, but we still are not in the clear here. I don't know if he can actually still win this. He goes for the beautiful catch here. But I think we're still fine. He only has the Snorlax left here. We still have 1 Dragon Clock stored, and we're gonna be able to win this game. Good giving that to my opponent. And yeah, Flygon with the Dragon Claw stored is of course always pretty decent. Empoleon against us, something you don't want to see, so we're just gonna mirror on our own Empoleon. We are like half a turn behind, like, I don't know, switching in Pokemon Go is also like one of those broken mechanics, sadly. He swaps into Kingler, which is like really bad for me. I think he has the Dragonite on the back. But yeah, switching sometimes takes a turn, sometimes take 2 turns, sometimes it doesn't take a turn at all. I don't know, like for me it always takes a turn, so I know for other people it doesn't, which is then not the best. My opponent goes to the Akatsuka and get the debuff. Like how this game just works so well. I'm really hyped here right now to play this game. We can go for the Mega Horn, but we have to shield here. It's actually only a Dragon Claw, but we still have to shield in this point. The game is basically over already. I knew what the team was, but the debuff, the in general alignment there, having to like wait for the switch took too much time there and started. It just like wasn't really good. Maybe I should have thrown my Hydro Cannon immediately as well, but I don't know. This game is definitely over now, so good game there. This team with Empoleon double Dragon beats my double Steel line in the back, which is actually hilarious. I think it wouldn't if I had Dragonite in the lead, because against Empoleon, Dragonite has a better matchup. Dragonite can actually deal with it pretty easily. What I would do if I have the Dragonite against Empoleon matchup most likely would be that I would farm up to basically to the time where he throws his move, so like 15 turns with the Dragonite, and then swap out into my own Empoleon to try to catch the move. If I don't catch the move, it's fine. If I catch the move, perfect. Then I have the energy basically stored for the dragons in the back, and I can just snipe them with the Dragon Claw all the time. And here, this opponent, I like him. Like, that's such a cool spicy Pokemon with the Omer Star here. Like, why? I thought he didn't have a Dragonite move, and he doesn't, but still it hurt like crazy. But we're gonna be able to kill the thing. We're gonna be able to win this game in general, I think. Thanks all for watching. See you in the next video. I really like this team. I think this is one of the best teams to climb. So if you still need some points, you should most likely try this team out. And see you in the next video. Bye.